Hello, this is Apocrypha from APOC Industries, and this is day 34 of Nightfall. Yesterday we set up our supply train to be using solid fuel for refueling instead of coal like it had been using. So that's all set up. The next thing that we want to do is to hook up solid fuel input to our power. And then we can look at starting to use some of the petroleum that we are stockpiling here. But in the meantime, let us get started with clearing out some trees around here. Where are we? We are at the smelter. That's probably a good enough place to start. Do we have some tree bots? We have a few. Probably not enough. Whoops. Certainly not if we accidentally use them while we don't need to. So what we want is to basically clear out a space right here. Right here. Because we're going to build a little station here. Just a little drop-off station for some solid fuel that's going to be used for our power. Alright. We'll get these guys back in here. Where is our rails? We have a side junction. I'm going to use this right here. We actually don't have very many rails on us, do we? No. We should have our train. Well, fortunately, our train is right there. So we should be fine. Oh, and also we want to update these to be rail signals. Okay, manual drive. We're going to be making a left turn out of here. We're going to slow down. Okay. And we are going to have a single station here, which is going to be, is that going to unload left or right? It doesn't really matter. Probably an unload right, though. Unload right. Unload right. Here we go. Oops. And we also don't need all this junk because we're only going to have a single belt of solid fuel coming in. This is where we find out if we have the belts that we need, which we probably don't. When I say belts, I meant inserters, but we also probably don't have the belts we need. Actually, we're probably alright with belts. Don't have a train station, that's for sure. We also need to actually set up a train here. So I'm going to try my best to get our PAX train out of the way and give this thing some space. So we're going to call this our solid fuel drop-off. Yeah, whoops. And black. We're going to slap down a train here and a wagon. This wagon is going to be the same as this wagon here. Go. You are going to be 1,000 solid fuel. Each of these, that. Right, and you do need a little bit of fuel to get kicked off. And speaking of a little bit of fuel, we will also make sure that this train can refuel itself. There, perfect. So this is going to go from power solid fuel drop off until empty, and it's going to go to refinery solid fuel pickup until full, and you can just do it. And we are just going to kick this out of here. You go to somewhere else. Alright. Now, where is this actually coming in? This is going to come in from here. So there we go. We have some idea of where we want to take this. Go. Wow, that's going through a lot of coal, isn't it? What we're also going to do is this, but we are going to prioritize the input from the right. That way we at least know that it'll fall back to the coal if it needs to. We don't want it to, but at least we know that it will if it needs to. It'll take a while for that solid fuel to get down here. But once these do start running on solid fuel, then it'll be great because it'll last a lot longer. Okay, so that's all hooked up. We can check back on this later. So now let's start thinking about where we want to have a circuit factory. I think that we could do that right here. We have room. We could also branch off somewhere and do it like up out of the way more. Yeah, maybe we should do that. Because we have a ton of space in here that we haven't used yet. Kind of awkward to get in there, though. Well, let's say that all the space in here we can use for like manufacturing and stuff. Let's just make that call. Maybe even fill in this lake here. Because then we could have a T-junction down here. Something like this down here, which would then go into kind of a big manufacturing section over here. And that would start from right here, you know? Then all of our manufacturing can be in here. Let's start with that. We're going to have to, okay, great. And these are all starting to Even the burner inserters are going to be uh, using that, so that's fine. Cool. But it does mean that we're not going to be using as much coal out of here, which is great. But it also means that a lot of pressure is being put on our solid fuel generation over here. So we got to do something about all this petroleum gas that we're building up, which we are going to get to soon. We are going to pick up some more deforestation bots, and we ran right by them, of course. We have tons of, not tons, but we have lots of rails. We might as well grab some more. We have one red belt for some reason. That's bizarre. How are we doing for signals? Got lots of signals, got lots of lights. We don't have very many medium poles, so we can probably grab some of those too. And we have 4 small electric poles for some reason. I really wish we had our garbage disposal hooked up properly so that we could you know, more easily dump stuff in here to be disposed of. Oh, well. We also have 2 fluid wagons? That's strange. We'll use them eventually, but for now it's just weird to have them. Okay, so we're gonna slap this into manual mode again and try not to get hit by any trains. We are going to be tearing out basically this whole intersection here. Because, well, sorry, we're going to be tearing out this track here because we're going to be putting in an intersection. And obviously it's not an intersection yet. We're going to try to be very careful not to get run into. Okay. Theoretically, trains should have stopped now. Right. And we can tear out all this. And we can tear out all this. Then we take our T-junction, and it should just plop down right there. And we have run out of rails because they're all on the train. Just want to make sure that we hit all of these rails. Oh, jeez. This is a little awkward. Okay, we'll let you by, I guess. We'll just swing in here. And just swing all the way through. We are playing a dangerous game today. And we're going to block this off. There we go. And we will use straight rail or 2 to get out of here. The important thing is that we now have entry into the interior. It's not great, but it'll do for now. What I'd really like is to maybe shift over and landfill this lake. I don't think we have anywhere that's actually making landfill at the moment, though. Or do we? Call this end of line manufacturing. Ooh, that does feel a lot zippier now that's running on solid fuel. Nice. End of line manufacturing. Okay. Let's take a look. Where are we going? Oh, to see if we were actually making landfill somewhere. I feel like we're not, but maybe we are. If we are, it would be down over here somewhere. Oh, looks like we are making landfill. Oh, isn't that nice? Not very much of it, though. What are you doing? Okay, let's go see if we can landfill that lake. We don't have very much landfill, but we have a little bit. It's not too bad. Takes a while to build up though, so probably won't have very much waiting for us. Yeah. Okay. So we're all right. Probably not enough to fill this in. Okay. Let's see if we can maybe... My goodness, we're really getting attacked a lot. It's okay though. Let's see if we can get some of this stuff out of the way. So we're going to use this interior space to build some circuits. The first circuits we're going to set up are red circuits so that we can start using, we got to get plastic set up first. So we'll set up plastic first, and then we'll set up circuits, red circuits. First we need plastic, because we're not making plastic anymore yet. I do want to leave some extra space here for more refineries, but I guess it doesn't need that much space, does it? So this lake is all nicely filled in now. So what I think I might do for this is have it shift down. Okay, we can get all these two. Have it shift down so that we have more room at the north. I think that's necessary. I'm not sure. Maybe for right now, we will just worry about getting plastic set up. Always want to have at least one block between intersections so that our bigger trains would be able to get through there if they need to. Our plastic station isn't going to look much bigger than this, though, so I think that that might even fit right here. Now let's take a look. Where are you at, Junction? This doesn't technically need to be a pack station, so it could, at least hypothetically, just be something like this. And where are we standing? Out of the way? Not really. And then our plastic is, what is plastic? Resupply, petro, and coal. There's only 3 stations there. And the plastic itself doesn't really take up that much space. Okay, so we've got... Though... No, this should be a full station because we will want to come here with other trains to pick up plastics. So, yeah, we'll make this a full station. Which is... We'll do this in case we want to make something to the south as well. Don't think that we will, but you never know. Okay. We'll get our train to come down here so that we can, have it available. Build some rails. And here we're gonna have this, which is really gonna start running close to our other stuff. I hope that it fits okay. Just put a couple of stackers here. No, that doesn't fit at all. Oh dear. Oh dear. Unless we were perhaps to make it come around that way. What do we think about that? Like this, and like this is also pretty ugly, but whatever. No, because then we wouldn't even have room to build anything. This sucks. How do we... Maybe we just need to bring this more into the interior. Landfill this entire lake. This big lake. And maybe where we're at. Okie dokie. Well, let's get a bunch of coal too. Well, we'll figure it out. Might have to think hard about it, but we'll figure it out. We definitely don't have enough landfill to fill in this entire lake. We have so much space here, though. It would be silly not to use it. So we will definitely use it. It's just a question of how. I think the best thing to do will be to draw a straight line down here and then have other stations come off. We can probably have enough room for a couple of manufacturing lines off the sides, but that is going to require some land fillage. For now, we can. What's going on? For now, we can keep filling in some of this, and we'll think more about what exactly we want to do. Manufacturing stuff. In the meantime, though, this has been day 34 of Nightfall. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll try and get something more exciting going on next time. But for now, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.